Morning everyone, just diving into the Bitcoin chart. Can I just firstly say that I'm really grateful for all the really nice comments I've been receiving on the channel from some of you saying that you find the channel educational, it's helping you understand crypto and how price action works and stuff like that. So it's all good. This is the reason I do it. I just do it because I'm putting my knowledge out there as best as I can. I'm not always going to be right, I'm not always going to be wrong, but I'll just try and do my best to be honest and just say what I see basically. But as you stay tuned to the channel, hopefully you'll learn with me as well, because I'm always learning. I'm always watching educational videos on trading, and my head's in the space of crypto constantly, so I'm always looking out for new projects. So yeah, I'll just try and keep you guys updated as best as I can really. So if you can go ahead and smash that like button for me and share it where you can, and try and bring other people to the channel. And also, yeah, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. So thank you very much. Cheers. Just moving on now. Looking at the Bitcoin chart, you can see that we're still in this rising wedge here. We did come back up into it. I'll drop the EMAs out. So yeah, as you can see, we said that if we do fall out of this wedge, which is still a possibility by the way, we did break another all-time high in the night up here at almost 50k. We got up to like 49,962 on Bitcoin, and you can see we're just in this rising wedge, which is fundamentally, if you do research a rising wedge, it is a very bearish pattern, but not always. It can break out to the upside, and it has many times, even on Bitcoin, Ethereum, if you look across the board it has. So it's not a definitive market move. It's not always the case that it's going to be bearish. But what the levels that we are targeting, if we was to break down out of this wedge, is this target down here, because you always, where the first touch of the bottom of the wedge, you can see that the price narrows, okay, and it's struggling to get higher because there's a more of a selling pressure as it gets higher. So as it ranges there, it just breaks out in either direction, and usually downwards. So again, we're just eyeballing this wedge here. You can see we did break out of it, but we got brought back up again, and we wicked down, and we had another wick down there at midnight on the 16th of February. So you can see right now the price is sort of a bit indecisive. It's going up and down, up and down. So a breakout is basically imminent. One key level to look at, obviously the wedge is narrowing. As you can see, it's narrowing like this. So a breakout is imminent. Also, a key level is to keep an eye on the volume down here, guys. So down here you can basically see that as the volume decreases here, we always have something called a breakout as well. So we've got to keep an eye on the volume. It is tailing off a little bit. You see that? It's tailing off. So as it tails off, you can see down there, a breakout is imminent. So it's difficult to predict, obviously, but we could potentially be looking a breakdown to the downside, because we're up here testing the high, okay, and you can see that it's just, there's an enormous amount of sell pressure as we get up there, and it's bringing it back down into the wedge. Obviously the buyers are trying to step in, the bulls are trying to step in, but a breakdown to this level would be perfectly healthy, guys. If we did break down to this level, I would expect it to just come down and bounce off it and carry on. So that could just be a healthy retest of this trend up towards 53k, guys. So that's just Bitcoin. Something to keep an eye on in the charts. If you was to eyeball this particular wedge, you could set yourself, if you was into shorting, you could set yourself a short position from just outside the wedge. Say we was set a short position as soon as it breaks. Set yourself a small stop loss. You could be looking at a push down to about 9%. So that could be a 9.5% trade. And obviously if you leverage trade 10x, 20x, 100x or whatever, so you could say as soon as Bitcoin breaks this level here, which is roughly, I'll mark that for you guys so you can see it clearly. So if it breaks 83, 30, 30, 48, 386 with volume, you got to see the volume come in as well. So basically you can see there the volume there that pushed that price up. We need the volume to come in. So, you know, personally I don't like shorting, but sometimes you have to short to make money in this game. So you could basically just wait for the break of 48, 386, see the volume come in, So the volume steps up, so you get one big fat red candle come up to about this level here, so it matches this push here. You see that? So if we get a big red candle about the same size, you know that that's going to go down and test that. It has to, because the volume stepped in. Look at the move that was generated in this volume coming up. Potentially what we could be looking at, or we could just see a small bounce off this level here. So it's very important time for Bitcoin. Keep an eye on, guys, in the charts, but still overall super bullish. If Bitcoin has a little slowdown, corrects, it's perfectly healthy. It's what happens in a bull market, guys, and in an uptrend these things happen. So I'm just going to jump onto the link chart. Keep an eye on Chainlink, as you know. It's one of my favorite projects out there. I did put a ghost, we'll take these markings out here. I did put a ghost trend in. We'll delete that. You can see that I said that it'll just crab sideways. So yeah, again, you can see that it's just bouncing off this level of support right here at 32.14. I'm not sure if it actually, it came down to that level. Wicked down, it wicked down a little bit below, but you can see this rock solid support here at 32.14. Just there, look, it's just hitting it, bouncing off it. So still, again, we're looking really bullish for Link, but you know, if Bitcoin was to just fall out of that wedge and dump, you could expect to see Chainlink to follow. I think everything would follow, and you could potentially see Chainlink dump down to these levels. As long as it stays in this channel, like I've said to you, and doesn't drop out the channel, we're still bullish. We're still in an uptrend, guys, and these are great trading opportunities. You know, so you could potentially now say, right, I'm not happy with the way it's going. I'm thinking I'm just going to come out for a little bit. So you could sell you Link and look to buy down at these levels if it was to get down there. So that's just something to keep an eye on for Chainlink, guys, in this upwards trend. But still, overall, super bullish. I did say that this was the local bottom for Chainlink, and hopefully it is. But now, as you can see, we're moving up. So all of a sudden, the local bottom is 28.02, and as we continue to move up, the local bottom continues to go up. So it's super bullish. I can't tell you how bullish I am on Chainlink. I think it's got so much growth potential. You can see that the volume's not really massive at the moment, so we need some nice volume to come in, something like back down here, to give us a super push. But theoretically, what I am expecting with Chainlink, you can see there, that's a bit of a bearish candle. You see the wick to the upside, so basically the sellers are putting pressure on the price, bringing it down. You see it's fluctuating between 32 and what's this level here, 34. So it's a bit indecisive, it's up and down, and obviously Bitcoin's going to have a massive influence on that. So at the moment, Chainlink is just ranging in here, so to keep an eye on it. Again, if Bitcoin crashes, which is a potential, then I would be expecting Chainlink to drop down and test this support level right here over the next few hours, because a breakout does look imminent on Bitcoin. It really does look imminent, and obviously everything follows Bitcoin. Going to take a look at Oneinch, because we're following Oneinch as well. So you can see Oneinch is trading really nicely, guys. It's holding the support. Again, it's trading within this channel. I might move this up a little bit, create another support line just here. You could see that what we potentially might do, again, if Bitcoin behaves, we could potentially be trading in this channel here. And as we get, because it's hitting this support here, it's not a rising wedge, it's actually an ascending triangle. So what happens is, as the price narrows, it breaks out, and this is a very bullish pattern that's being developed here on Oneinch. The bottom of that wick there, see a potential breakout of Oneinch in the coming days. Again, if Bitcoin decides to behave, you could see a push out of this channel up to $6 again. So that would be a nice upside to Oneinch to keep an eye on, guys, in the charts. So again, if Bitcoin behaves, Oneinch could be looking to trade within this channel just here and then break out. So eyeballs on Oneinch, guys. And like I said to you, I do believe that this is a local bottom right down here. We have touched it 3 times. That, in my opinion, is a triple bottom, and that is a continuation pattern in a bullish trend. So I'd very much doubt in the short term we'll be coming back down to this level at $4.20. I think that we potentially trade within this channel here, providing Bitcoin doesn't dump, as we've already spoken about. If it does dump, then we've got rock solid support down here, and then it should bounce trade up and down like this for a little bit and then break out to the upside, because don't forget, Oneinch is a superb product, guys. It's a superb product in a ever expanding DeFi space. But obviously DeFi is getting really overhyped at the moment. There's a lot of money coming into the space, so it is due a cool down. You will see things correct and cool down, but it's an evolving space, and the money that's coming into the space is really, really good. You can see that it's just fighting at the moment in this range, is Oneinch. So that's just something to keep an eye on in the Oneinch charts, guys. I'm going to take a look at Reef. If we drop the Fibonacci level on Reef, retracement on Reef, we can say from the bottom to the top of this breakout here, and you can see that we perfectly come down and touch the 0786 just down here, and right here, this is the golden pocket. So this is the retracement. You can see there was a lot of fighting going on there. So again, it looks super good for Reef. It held the support down here, come back here, bounced off the golden pocket, and now it's on its way. So potentially you could see something like this for Reef now, trading like this until it breaks out to the upside. I'm going to jump into the Ethereum chart right now. So again, you can see that we've come up and we've tested this channel here as resistance. Pretty similar channel to what's going on with Chainlink, to be honest with you. So again, as long as we remain in this channel, we're super bullish. I did say to you in a previous video, I said that even if Ethereum was to break down and test the bottom of the channel, we're still super bullish on Ethereum. There's a long way to go, guys, in this bull market. A lot of analysts are saying that the end of the bull market is around about September, October. So keep your radars on for that. That sort of level in the previous bull market, the duration of it, they're very similar. And you know, people say, oh, you can't tell that, you know, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Well, so far it is. We had the halving, we had Bitcoin beating the all-time high, previous all-time high, going up to levels similar to the previous time it beat the all-time high. So everything is repeating. As strange as it is, emerging markets, they tend to just work in cycles. You know, and Bitcoin and the crypto space is an emerging market, and it's working in cycles. So it's not going to mature overnight. It's going to take time. It's not all of a sudden going to, hey, we're here. Hello, we're here. And the fundamentals are here and we're live. These things take time, progress, you know. So it's a very long game, this crypto space. So there are going to be a lot of ups and downs, and you're going to be in this space for a very long time. So yeah, it's an emerging market. You're evolving with it. So as you can see, we've been touching this channel here, this trading well within this channel since we broke out in December of this range and created a brand new trend. So this is basically a trend, guys. Okay, so you've got your resistance and you've got your support, but as you can see, we've only touched the support a few times. So I am expecting some kind of touch and retest of support to guarantee that we're in an upwards trend, which I know we are, but it's seeing a healthy correction down to these levels would be great. I know you don't want to hear it, you don't want to see it, but to come down and retest these levels is just healthy. It's very healthy. So in my opinion, again, keep an eye on Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin does, because Ethereum could collapse at this point. We did say it was in a rising wedge. We have already said that Ethereum was in a rising wedge there, and it broke out and it broke down. It come back up, tried to come back into the wedge, but it didn't. And now it is looking quite bearish for Ethereum on the 4-hourly time frame there. So again, we could, as you can see here, we came all the way up, touched there, went all the way back down to the bottom of the channel, tested the support, came up. So we could potentially see something like that again for. So we could potentially be looking at something like this. You know, we could potentially be looking at something like this. This is where we are now. We're right there. Okay. So we could actually break down, test this support down here at 1500. We could have a big crash in the market. I'm not saying it's definite, guys. I'm just saying it is something that can happen. Things don't go up forever, and we've been super bullish this past month or so. So a correction is due. And you can see the market is kind of fighting a little bit. It is fighting. The tops are being made across the board, so we could see a healthy correction. Not definite, not financial advice, but we could potentially see. We're right at this point now. We could potentially see a retest of support then back up resistance support, and just trade again, and up, and still off we go. I mean, look where we'll be, guys. You know, by mid-March we could be up there at $2,500 on Ethereum. So that's a potential play for Ethereum, and that would still keep us healthy and in this bullish continuation pattern in the crypto space. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked it, and please subscribe and smash that like button down there, please. And yeah, just share the videos, and I appreciate all your nice positive comments. Thank you very much. Catch you tomorrow, yeah.